sitting with him in spring training a couple of years ago, Leroy. We were right outside Derek Jeter's office on that balcony, and he was talking about how he wanted to be an everyday player, how he wanted to contribute day in and day out. He did that. He got an extension with the Marlins. He's been basically the face of the franchise in a franchise that's kind of needed a guy to lead it.
Just somebody
it's been fantastic.
Somebody you can count on for, a guy where, you look at the lineup and say, okay, Miggy's in, we good.
Yeah. So let's talk to Miguel Rojas. Miggy, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, everything is good, man. Thank you for having me this morning, and great to hear what you guys have to say about my presence in the lineup. But I want to be that guy off the field as well, for the community in Miami. I've been taking that role really seriously and trying to impact as many people as I can in Florida.
It's been you've definitely done that, man. You've been you've been that good face off the field, even with you doing your broadcast show where you got your teammates in there, getting people to know who the teammates are. Like, you've gone above and beyond with all of that, but it also does, like, you have kept your word with the improving as a player, man. Like, I remember you talking about that impact that you wanted to make a couple years ago with not only being great and dependable as a defensive infielder, but producing in the lineup, and you've done that. And then you got even better last year. You said you wanted to continue that up. So I guess, what do you think clicked, man? Like, why do you think that you hit this thing the last couple of years where, like, you have hit with those goals that you wanted to hit every single year? Because your production does get better. You do feel like you've hit a next level on every single year.
Yeah, I gotta say there's a combination of two things. First is the work that I put in and put out every off season, and every time that the season's over, I get a overview of my year and what I need to get better, what I need to improve on, and I will go into the off season and work on it. I've been going to Venezuela to play winter ball in the off season after I've been in the big leagues for 4 or 5 years, and I went to Venezuela, play winter ball, get some more at bats, work on whatever I need to work offensively, and that's the things that people sometimes don't know and can't see because you're doing it on your own and in the off season. And then the other part is the opportunity to play every day. When you got the opportunity to play a little bit more and get more at bats, get to know the league, get to know what the pitchers want to do to you. That kind of stuff, it helps you as well because experience is all you need to get better. Every single day when you got the opportunity to go to the play and get 4 or 5 at-bats against this quality pitching in the National League East, you're gonna get better, because you're gonna get used to the pitches and you're gonna get punched in the face, and then you're gonna have to make an adjustment. And making those adjustments along the years been helping me to get to the point where my numbers start getting up, and I'm the player that I wanted to be. I wanted to be an everyday player, but a complete player that I can help offensively and defensively.
Now, Miggy, is he? Oh, there he is. So, with last year getting a little taste of the playoffs, but only having that short season, how is everybody going into this year? Because, I mean, you got to be excited. Like, look, man, we got a little taste of it last year. This year, we got to go through a majority of, a full season, but, we can do this. Are you guys excited about having the opportunity to do it for a whole year?
Yeah, I think in 2020 we kind of made a name for ourselves, and create an identity that is we're never gonna give up, even in tough circumstances and whatever life or season throw at us. We're gonna fight through it and we're gonna continue to battle. That's one of the things that I'm most proud about this club and the organization itself. And last year served as a motivation for us for 2021, getting that taste of being in the playoff, winning a series in the playoff, which is not easy against a team like Chicago away from home, And the motivation now is doing the same thing, but I bring it to Miami. We want to for our fans to experience playoff in Miami and having the opportunity to play those playoff games in Miami. I think it was a huge difficult for us to go to Chicago and then Houston to play playoff games without playing in our home city, and that's our motivation now, going back to the playoff and being able to do it in Miami.
Do you feel any because I remember Donnie mentioning this, I think on the first day he was doing press conferences, like, you guys wore the bottom feeders thing well last year. Like, you used it as fuel. You talked about the respect that you guys wanted last year to be even with everybody else. You still have everybody picking you basically to finish last. Like, do you guys like that disrespect? Like, do you look at it as disrespect? Do you use it as fuel, knowing that even with what you did last year, a lot of prognosticators are kind of looking at it as a fluke that you guys can't replicate that over 162 games.
I don't personally, I don't like it, but I mean, there's nothing I can do other than go to the field and prove everybody wrong. We're not gonna stop playing with that chip in our shoulder, and we know that we're not bottom feeders anymore. That's something that we got called last year. We got called bottom feeders, and I mean, we use that as a motivation to show everybody that would not belong there anymore. So we belong to the top, and I mean, that's what we're doing now. We're chasing the top, the top of the division, not just making it to the playoff. We're trying to take the Atlanta breakdown, and all the teams got better. So for me, it's a mentality change. We're not the bottom feeders anymore, and they keep picking us to be last. We're not gonna be there. We're just gonna continue to improve and get better as an organization.
Now, you guys added a big bat into the lineup. You guys added a little more thump with Adam Duvall. What's been first impressions watching him in BP, man? What do you think he's going to bring to you guys?
Just so you guys know, he went deep yesterday, right center. It was pretty impressive. In Jupiter, when you're practicing in Jupiter, like wings are always like really hard, and these fields in the backfields, the ball doesn't travel that much. You don't see that often. Like you see Duvall taking someone deep yesterday and then hitting a double towards the line. You feel better about your chances with these guys in the middle of the lineup. And you know what? I always joke about with him. You know what, Dewey? We got better already just because we don't have to face you, and we just have 9 runs in advantage. Because that guy, I don't know if you guys remember, he had three homer game last year against us in Atlanta, and maybe a couple against Kinsler late in games. I mean, he's a great hitter, great player, and an even better person. First impression of him is not who he is on the field, is what I can see off the field as well.
Well, it was funny because Leroy, I'll tell you, I went on a little bit of a Braves rant earlier on in the show today because I mean they annoy me, Mickey. I mean they're highfalutin. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them winning, and that Acuna with him complaining all the time. So. Is there any weirdness when you bring in a guy like Duvall who's like from the rival? Like, is there any, do you welcome
you, man?
Well, I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to know because they all, they're like the kings of the unwritten rules, the Braves. Their whole act.
This is a fan thing. Like, this is not a player thing.
No, I understand and I get it. Like sometimes when you get guys from a rivalry like we have, like it's always good, man. In baseball, it's always good to have those kind of rivalries. Bring some more fan attention, and people are excited to watch those games. But at the end of the day, remember, we're baseball players. We all are like a baseball community, and we're never gonna be like off the field. Everything that happen in the field, like that's gonna be there. Like we're gonna leave it there. And having a guy like Duvall now in our club, we're just gonna pick his brain. Like now he's in our side. He knows a lot about the Braves, and we're gonna use that advantage of like, hey, where this guy likes the ball, where like Osuna, where he likes to when he talked to you, what he likes to do, where he was looking against Sandy Alcantara, what he was approached against Sixto. So all the feedback is good to have, because now he's in our side, and we're gonna have to use that as an advantage.
You always have such a good pulse on the young guys because that's one thing that really impressed me about your leadership. Like you not only know the guys on your roster, you know the prospects and the guys coming. I know that some of these guys spent time with you last year, but guys like Jazz Chisholm, Monte Harrison. Do you see anything in them already that kind of points out, or even Sixto, that like, oh, it looks like they got that taste of the bigs. They're ready to do something else this year. They're ready to make a bit of a jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a secret that the talent is off the charts, And something that I'm seeing on these guys is they becoming mindful of like they belong to the big leagues, and that's always a good feeling to have. When you play in the big leagues, you don't want to go back to the minors, even when we're gonna have a roster of 26 guys. We're probably not gonna have space for everybody. But at the end of the day, we want these guys to feel confidence that, hey, I belong to the big leagues. I've been there. I've done it. So now I wanted to be part of something bigger, which is winning a lot of championships here in Miami. So hopefully those guys keep that same mentality, even if they don't crack the team in spring training, because it's always important to have those kind of guys ready to go and not upset because they go back to the minors or they have to play in AAA for a little while. They're going to be a huge part of this organization and their time will come. That's what I always tell the young players. Hey, don't get upset. This is a process and you have to trust it. Last year you have your taste. Hopefully this year you crack the team and help us win. But even if you don't make it out of spring training, you're going to have your opportunity to contribute. So be ready for it.
Before a couple more before we get you out of here, Miggy, there was a cool Instagram post you had during the offseason of you working out with Miguel Cabrera. Is that like, how many times have you guys gotten together working out? Because I know a lot of Marlins fans love seeing that. Like the two Miggies, the two great Miggies for the franchise. What was that experience like working with a guy as great as him?
Man, I've been working out with Miggy the last couple of years, and it's been a bless. Like just being able to be around him, how he prepared, the way he goes about his business when he's almost 40 years old, 13 or 14 years in the big leagues, Triple Crown, multiple MVP. You name it, and that guy keeps showing up every single day in the offseason to get better. That's something that I take as a motivation. That's something that I wanted to be, I started being a Miggy's fan, now I'm a Miguel Cabrera's friend, and I feel blessed that people in Miami call me Miggy as well. Even when Miguel Cabrera plays here and brought a championship to the city, I wanted to do the same thing, and I wanted to continue that legacy that he once have here in Miami. And I know a lot of people here in South Florida love Miguel Cabrera, and they're going to continue to show the love to him. But it was an amazing time working out with him, and looking forward to keep doing it.
And fans are going to be back in the building this year, man. General tickets go on sale next week. Just a message to Marlins fans that, just how excited are you to get to play in front of people again?
Yeah, Marlins fans, we can't wait, to start games on Sunday. I know we're going to see a lot of people on Sunday here that they wanted to watch games. I've been receiving a lot of message on my social media, personal people who got my number. They always texting that they can't wait to go back to the ballpark and show the love and the support that they always do. So we are excited in our part as well, the players, to get some fans again, But first of all, be safe. Stay healthy, be careful with what you do, follow the protocols, wear your mask and do all that stuff so we can continue to get better fans, and more than 20%. We go to 40, we go to 50. And our goal and our mentality is to have a full house in Miami when everything gets back to normal. So we can't wait to do that.
Miguel, you're always great, man. Happy belated birthday, by the way. Thanks for the time, my friend. And go have a good workout, and we can't wait for the season.
It's time to go. Let's go.
All righty. Miguel Rojas showing us there on Twitch. I love that, Leroy. I love getting them.
Man.
What?
Stop.
What?
But
he feels the same way about the Braves.
He feels the
same way about the Braves.
No,
we all feel the same way about the Braves.
That's not real.
We're tired of their ass. I'm tired of their ass.
That's not real.
It's real.
That's not real.
It's real. They were all giving Duvall the side eye. Like,
but here's the other thing. That's not saying. Now that's not saying that when you play them, that it's not real.
Yeah, hate their ass.
I'm saying that when it's all said and done, and y'all in a different country, like they go to different countries, they all play in different leagues and stuff, and they should happen to be on the same team. Everything's good. That don't carry over. Like you want it to carry for life. You would say you supposed to hate Miggy's supposed to hate Acuna for life.
Yeah.
Right? No.
Right.
Don't work like that.
And he can listen, Acuna, whose agent completely screwed the pooch on his contract and cost him $200 million. If one day he does want to come to Miami, if he apologizes to Sandman, maybe we'll think about it.
Oh, that's what we're doing now? We gotta apologize?
Oh, I'm not taking him unless he apologizes.
Really?
That's right.
Oh, so he'll come out and say, before I accept this trade, I first want to apologize to the Sandman. Really? That's what he's going to have to do?
Yep. Dr. Toboggan says Miggy thinks that Acuna is a hot dog and prima donna, and I agree.
Jeter's going to bring out Tobin. He said, you have to apologize to this man.
Yep.
First of all, nobody calls anybody hot dogging prima donna. Nobody uses that phrase anymore. Nobody that's under the age of 70.
I disagree.
You mix me up, because first you go catch iguanas and then you say stuff like this. I'm confused. or you're redneck, or you're young, or you're old. You're just confusing me right now.
Mishmash,
come-
bro.
Huh?
Mishmash. A little bit of
Mishmash.
everything. Yep.
It's a wild card.
Yep. I'm a wild card
Oh my goodness.
And a
Not
real
to
one.
mention Team Petty.
and a real
Like
one.
you stop trying to push this on players.